Well, hello, YouTube. It is me, Tri-State EDC, here with a package, baby. It's New Year. It's almost a new year. Got about 4 or 5 hours to go. It's 7 o'clock, New Year's Eve. But I don't know what's more important, New Year or a new knife. From Null Knives, of all people. Let's bust this thing open. I'm jacked. That's right, Null Knives, baby. Hey, you know all about him. He's a sweet man. He makes some sweet knives. I believe this marks his third model. It's a collaboration with Future Me. It's a collaboration with this guy. Insert his name here, Corbin. I'm sorry. I get too excited and then I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'll fix it in post. You know what I mean? But we got a package with a letter and some fancy wrapping. Nothing left in there. Goodbye. Good catch. Jesus. On his A-game day. By the way, unboxing knife is the modded out Mini Slim Pickens from the Knife Modders. And a bunch of people, they got that. It was a gift for my birthday. And it just got here a couple days ago. But it was worth the wait. So let's open this up real quick. And then we'll get to the note. It says static. It says static. Electricity. Call me Lady Gaga. You know what I mean? I like this stuff. This recyclable. It's genius. Goodbye. All right, so we have a note in a brown box. It's called the Grace. That is what it's called. The Null Knives Grace is our third folder and first collaboration piece with custom knife maker Brandon Corbin of Corbin Steelwrx. There you go. Future me. There's the name for you. Based in Virginia, fast forward, blah, 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 blah. The Grace V2 was and is one of the most popular custom models. So it's based on one of his custom models, also called the Grace. So this is a production version, I'm assuming, being made by Rayot, just like all of his other stuff has been. And we have a price sheet. So this is static wash, is what this says. This one will be $325. Let's just open her up. We don't need paperwork around here. We're knife people. Oh my God, it just falls right out. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Dude, this one's interesting. Look at this heavy stone wash, what they're calling a static wash. Intense. That'll never show a scratch. You could scratch the piss out of it, but you never see it because of how heavy that wash is. Very interesting, big, gnarly 6-shooter pivot on there. Relatively small knife, nothing crazy. We have the Null Knives maker's mark here on the show side. Nice little decorative lines there. And then Corbin Steelwrx here on the clip side. Nice 3D milled titanium pocket clip. Full titanium build, lock bar. Nice little back spacer. Got a lanyard hole back here too. It's a good size. It's not like massive. Here is a Spyderco Pair 3. Like right exactly the same size as the Pair 3. Carries a little bit thinner in the pocket. You know what I mean? It's not as tall as the Pair 3, but it carries right in that ballpark. Here is a tactile Rockwall. A little bit bigger overall than the Rockwall, but again, right in this ballpark, which is like my ideal EDC size. Because I'm an office guy. I'm in a dress shirt, for Christ's sake. I work in an office. I didn't work today because it's New Year's Eve, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I just like to get dressed up for you because you're special. You know what I mean? But there we go. Thumb studs. Real nice jimping here on the blade spine. Relatively thin blade stock. Very nice. Nice contouring, subtle chamfering. Knock down all the edges here. Very, very nice. Very well put together. Centering's dead even. Beautiful. Let's flick it open because this one's got a wild party piece. You ready? Oh, really nice detent. Very satisfying. Look at this. Look at this. You talk about an aggressive Tonto. This is borderline violent. That is one of the most aggressive Tontos I've ever seen. Your flat cutting area here, it's a compound ground, by the way. So this is a nice, deep, thin hollow grind here, but it's tiny. It's like 2 fingertips. And then this is like 3 or 4 fingertips, the secondary edge here. So it's like reversed. Usually this is your secondary edge and this is your primary. On this, it's like this is your primary and the flat part's your secondary. Very interesting. Really aggressive swedge here at the top, almost like a trailing point. This blade's all over the place. I don't even know what to call it, but it is like so different from anything else out there that I've seen. I've never even seen his customs, but I'm assuming it looks very similar to this. Lockup, very solid, very nice. Really nice attention to detail, little texturing here on the lock bar. Steel lock bar insert too, so that'll last you a good long time. Very nice, well done thumb studs here too. Really easy to get a hold of. Action, oh yeah. Actually, ergos real quick. In hand, choke back, right here, feels great. No hot spots, no pinch points. Feels really secure. Great ergonomic lines on this. Subtle contouring to the titanium there, the titanium scales. Feels good. We have this big sharpening choil. It's a little sketchy, if I'm being honest, to choke up. You can fingertip it, kind of trigger pull it right there. That feels okay. Still a little sketchy, if I'm being honest. And then pinch grip. Oh yeah, all day. Use that secondary tip right there. All damn day. Feels great. Like I said, super thin. Not sure what the blade steel is. I'm sure... Mom, dad, mom. There's like whole schematics in here and shit, bro. I don't know what the hell's going on. The jimping, very grippy. Actually, let's check the action. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm kind of jacked. First off, action, running on ceramic bearings. Feels great. Reverse flick, amazing. Thumb flick, all day. Makes a really good noise too. Really easy to disengage the lock. No issues at all there. Feels nice. Feels great. Very snappy detent. Really well tuned. Good stuff. The acoustics? Very good. Very good. Satisfying, to say the least. Very, very cool. And then let's check cutting performance real quick. I want to know what the blade steel is, and then we'll talk about the changes, and then I got to go get ready for New Year's. I don't know that they know. Do they know? M390? It's what they've used before. Mom, dad, future me, talk to Null Knives and find out. Bowler M390. I found it. M390. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Let's check the cutting performance right quick, baby. Got the phone book out here, so I'm interested to see if this wild blade shape will be any good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, foolishly thin. Really thin blade stock, and then a really deep hollow grind. M390. I mean, all the way out to the tip. It is just butter, baby. Butter. Butter me up. That's good. I'm into it. I'm slightly roused by it, if I'm being honest. I love the looks of the Raiden. I've never handled one. I've handled one. I've never reviewed one. Would love to get one in for review. And I love the Voodoo. You guys have seen. I'll link the full review of the Voodoo down below. This will get a full review before it goes out. I got to be quick. Pre-orders February 3rd. But cutting performance, off the chain, super thin, super slicey, even with the wild, aggressive Tonto. Sometimes a wild Tonto can kind of get in the way of clean slicing performance, even though it's a really useful blade shape. Not always the best for just slicing, like, you know, thin material, paper, stuff like that, cardboard. But that is uber slicey, uber slicey. So, changes being made to the final production version. They're gonna shorten this. So this big wild flat ground secondary edge here, this will be shortened ever so slightly. So you see how it goes past the indentation for the compound grind? This tip will be about here on the final version. So you'll have a little bit of a longer flat cutting area and a little bit shorter secondary tip. But nothing crazy, just kind of evening things out. And I think that'll be a nice change. They're going to add more jimping along the blade spine. So basically this full flat section will be jimped on the final version. That's nice. Overall size will increase. They're saying they're going to increase access to the lock bar, but I am not having any issues at all. So that'll be great. That'll make it even better. What else? And ramp will be shortened slightly for quicker disengagement. Okay, so they're going to, right now they have a long detent ball ramp. They're going to shorten that a little bit so it kind of falls off easier. But altogether, even this being a prototype with some changes coming, God, it's good. If there's one thing they do that Null Knives has done 2 times in a row, it's put out a really well thought out design. You know, and really go through every tiny little detail before they release it to the public. And that is the way it should be done. That mixed with a very talented custom maker, Corbin Steelwrx, you know. What's not to love here? Again, not the full review, just the unboxing, first impressions. Plenty of pictures on Instagram and on my wife's Instagram, Kara. Be sure to follow her, links in description. Links to Null Knives and Corbin Steelwrx. Follow them on Instagram. Stay up to date on the pre-order. But that should be February 3rd, so stay tuned. Check it out. I like this. I like this a lot. It's such a good size for EDC. And it's different, and it's interesting, and it's very well thought out. So I'm all for it. That is it from me. Thank you all oh so very much for watching. And until next time, bye-bye now.